Bring about a lot of stress. You probably knew that. Whether it's travel or family dinners, the stress levels can go way up. We'll have some advice on how to cope. That's next on Houston Newsmakers. I'm joined by relationship expert, Dr. D. Yvonne Young. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We're here because this is the time of the year, really a lot of stress. The holidays, this time of the year. Let's talk about that for a little bit, Dr. D. What is it about this time of the year that just seems to bring about stress?
The biggest thing is expectation. Everyone expects during holiday season, especially Christmas and Thanksgiving and the West, meaning America and England and what have you, that this is always a time where you see families snuggled by a tree and a fireplace and what have you. But that's not the real world, and it's certainly not the world that we live in today.
And that can cause, when it doesn't happen that way, then the stress level kind of goes up a bit and it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, well, what happens is we create this self-fulfilling prophecy in many ways that we're more concerned about how we appear than how we are. And because of that, there's this thing called cognitive dissonance where you understand something, but you disagree with that which you understand. And what you're trying to do now, kind of like buying Christmas gifts for kids, you want to start buying all the stuff your kids going to play with one day. And we do that to ourselves because we externalize that holiday to others rather than the meaning of that holiday for ourselves.
What kind of advice would you give to people to avoid getting into situations where the stress level just kind of goes up? What can we do to kind of make it easier on ourselves during the holidays?
The first thing is be grateful. Think about what it is that you already have, your health. Even if you may be sick, you're not dead yet. So you have an opportunity to embrace nature, to embrace and support and love other people, such as visiting an assisted living center, doing something for the less fortunate. But this is really a time, Carol, for you to get a relationship going with you.
Let's talk about that for a second, because sometimes relationships with others, we talk about police officers that go to domestic calls. Those are always the most dangerous because there's so much emotion tied up in relationships. Why is that?
The reason is we're walking around carrying baggage that's not even our own. I mean, imagine you go to some food store and you bought some coffee and some paper towels and they tell you your bill is $250. You say, well, why? And they say, well, I saw these other baskets filled with the stuff that you were pulling along as you went through the store. I thought that was yours.
Right.
And during the holidays, that's amplified, and that's really a good time to stop and unload other people's junk that's been constituent to your life.
I see. So you take on other people's junk, so to speak. Without professional help, what can we do? What can people do to monitor ourselves to kind of make sure that we don't let the emotion of the holidays get to us? So there's some things
that was the first step. Be in the moment. Stop living in the past. Stop worrying about what your neighbors are thinking. Take some time to really reflect and look at you. Look at all these things that are good about you, that you like about yourself, and those things that you don't like. This is a good time to go work out. This is a good time to go take a walk. This is a good time to forgive people as well as to ask to be forgiven, because times change. Life is too short and death is too long to keep recycling the same dysfunction over and over again.
I know when families come together, nothing's really changed. That little brother, a little sister who always used to give you a hard time is still there, except you're adults, and you have to deal with that as an adult, and that makes it kind of difficult to do.
And the slap in the face. You're comparing yourself to other people when the only person that you really should compare yourself to is you.
Dr. D. Ivan Young, thank you. Yvonne Young, sorry about that. Relationship expert. You have some books that are getting ready to go bestseller now?
Yeah, we've got some good news coming. And I just want to say thank you, because it's because of programming like this that is community-centered, community-focused, and community-aware that people like me get an opportunity to participate in what we call this great city of Houston.
We hope that people listen to your good advice and we can have less stress for this holidays. Dr. D, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
it. Look forward to seeing you again.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.